after outrage over Israeli troops mistakenly killing 3 of their own hostages in Gaza. Israeli Defense Force Chief of General Staff has guided the troops on the rules of engagement in similar such situations in the future. He urged the troops to show caution if there were 2 people without shirts and with raised hands. The IDF chief also specified that even 2 Gazans come with a white flag to surrender, they should not be attacked. He has stated, and I quote, that is not the IDF. Meanwhile, with us on the broadcast this morning is my colleague Arzu Seth. Arzu, over to you. What details can you in fact give our viewers about what exactly the IDF chief has in fact, guided his troops upon? Arzu, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, so what details can you give our viewers?
Days after the Israeli troops mistakenly killed 3 of their own hostages, Israel Defense Force Chief of the General Staff guided the troops on the rules of the engagement in similar situation in the future. Also, he urged the troops to show caution if there were 2 people without shirts and with raised hands. The chief also specified that even if 2 Gazans come with a white flag to surrender, they should not be attacked. Absolutely not. That's not the IDF, he said. Also, we have seen after the 3 hostages were killed by the IDF, there was the protest, in the Tel Aviv, where thousands of people gathered, to show their anger what was happened few days back. So this was rules have been, the guidance has been given so that next time this incident should not be repeated. Yes.
All right, Arzu, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, but also joining us this morning is Mr. Sanjeev Srivastav, International Affairs expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you for being on NewsX. Of course, some stunning developments had taken place in the Middle East over the last 2 days, especially over the 3 hostages that had been mistakenly killed by the Israeli troops themselves. There were, in fact, protests that had taken place within Israel, people demanding the immediate release of the hostages in Tel Aviv. Meanwhile, Israeli troops and their leaders, of course, they have taken responsibility for all of this. And right now, there is an effort on the ground to guide the troops, especially regarding the rules of engagement. What do you make of these developments?
Well, Pia, first of all, a very good morning to you. Good morning to all the viewers. This development was certainly a very tragic development for Israeli Defense Forces when they killed mistakenly 3 hostages. And now the kind of guidance which has come from the Chief of the General Staff of IDF to the Israeli troops, those who are engaged in this operation, is very important. And I think the Israeli Defense Forces will have to take a lot of caution and care while moving ahead with their operations, and they will have to certainly, follow the rules of engagement. And if, as suggested by the Chief of the General Staff, that if the 2 people are there shirtless and they have raised their hands up, then they will have to be very cautious and careful while dealing with them, and they should not certainly fire at them. And even he has gone on to suggest that even if some people from some Gaza and civilians of Gaza, if they come up with this similar kind of a posture, then they will have to be very careful and cautious, and they should not fire upon them. And I think these kind of suggestions and advices are very important at a point of time, Pia, when there has been so much of civilian casualties too in Gaza, and Israel will have to take care that no more further innocent lives are lost. And I think when the Israeli Defense Forces are moving from northern Gaza to southern Gaza areas also, then I think such kind of a guidance is very much required. And I think Israel Defense Forces, they are a professional army. They have a very good image with regard to their urban warfare, the kind of professionalism they show in their operations. But yes, the incident which has happened a few days back, where they have mistakenly killed 3 hostages, was certainly not a very good development for IDF. And as he said, the Chief of the General Staff, that this is not IDF. IDF is known for its professionalism and known for its accuracy. And I think that is what IDF will have to demonstrate in the next phase of their operations.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.